Welcome back to the show. Well, being pregnant for the first time can be overwhelming, and let's be honest, a little scary. Then when the baby comes, well, let's just say they don't come with a handbook, do they? Well, it's enough to strike terror in any new parent.
But Courtney Rose and Juventina Flores are here to put you at ease and tell you how a registered nurse can hold your hand through the life change. And it's true, like Heather said, that's a common expression. Kids don't come with a handbook, but really that's what this program is sort of doing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very helpful, especially her.
So tell us about the nurse partner, the nurse family partnership. Sorry.
Nurse family partnership is a public health program that works with first-time moms, less than 28 weeks, and of low income. And they are partnered with a public health with a registered nurse, and they work together through their pregnancy. We want to enroll them early in their pregnancy, so we get them early in pregnancy. They work with their nurse on an ongoing basis, actually up until the child's second birthday. So during that time period, they're working together as a very intimate team. They're working on, of course, prenatal care. They're working on infant care. They're working on also a lot of education and actually support. It takes, you know, new moms need a lot of support.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Paula, you said you like to have them start early on in their pregnancy. What month? Are you saying the first trimester or?
Well, for our program, we take moms that are less than 28 weeks. And ideally, we would like to get them as early in their pregnancy as possible, because one of our major goals is to make sure that they have a healthy pregnancy. So the sooner we get them, the sooner we can walk them through that prenatal and pregnancy period.
Excellent. And what are some of the goals for nurse family partnership?
The goals include improving pregnancy outcomes, improving child development and the health of the child, and economic self-sufficiency for the family.
Oh, so that's wonderful. Yeah. And what are some of the ways that you go about doing that? It's a hard question.
They work, we consider there's 3 stages in nurse family partnership. So during the prenatal period, they work, or during the pregnancy period, they work with them. They actually meet with them every week for the first 6 weeks of the program. And then after that, they go to every other week. And what we do is, the whole premise of the program is, this is the client. They know their life, they know their heart's desire. So we give them things, we make suggestions about what would you like to learn, what are you interested in, they make choices, and then the nurse goes back and she prepares that information and brings it back to them. So it could be, you know, why do I need to take my prenatal vitamin? Why am I putting on all of this weight? Why am I having difficulty sleeping at night in my 3rd trimester? You know, what do I need to do to prepare for that birth? How do I bathe the baby? All of those things. So that's the pregnancy time. During infancy, we see them again after the baby's born. We visit with them every week for 6 weeks, and then we drop back to every other week until they reach 21 months. And then once 21 months comes around, we want to start working with them, because we're going to start walking out of their life, and we want them to be comfortable with that absence. And so we go to monthly then at that time period.
Wow.
But during the infancy and during the toddlerhood, we're doing things that are more geared towards the infant and the toddler. So, you know,
such a comprehensive program.
Right.
Well-oiled machine, really.
Very well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
And Juventina, what made you decide to be involved with this?
Well, it was actually, well, when we went to go check if I was actually pregnant, they were like, oh, there's this program that's fairly new, and if you would like, you know, we can sign you up. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Didn't really think about it until she called me and left a voicemail because I didn't want to answer. I was like, okay. Because I thought it was a telemarketer. I'm like, oh, no, if it's important, they'll leave a message. So she left a message, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, let me call her back. I didn't call her back. I texted her. So once everything, you know, got going, I was just like, okay, you know, my husband and I were like, okay, we can do this. Especially because even though everything should be like common knowledge of how to do stuff, it's really not. Especially when you start to gain the weight and you're like, oh God, you're getting fat. But no, it's
So
it's helpful.
Very real way to look at it.
Yeah.
So she's been walking you through kind of the steps, and when there's a change that happens or you have a question, she's there for you. Do you text her, you call her, she comes over?
Yeah,
How does it all
well,
work?
yeah. I really don't like taking her out of her daily schedule, but I just text her. I'm like, hey, this happened. What do I do? Oh, no, it's okay. And, you know, we've gotten to the point of we're comfortable enough to be okay with it.
How
So-
comforting to have that resource kind of anytime you need it when you aren't sure about something as a first-time mother.
It's really helpful because you have your family and everything, and they know stuff because they've been through stuff, but she's a registered nurse. She knows, and if there was an emergency, she'd be like, oh, okay, you know, I got this, da-da-da-da, but it's helpful. She's a professional.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's truly creating a partnership, and obviously Juventina is a perfect example of the outcome of this. And have there been other stories that you could share with us, maybe, or any? I mean, what it truly works, and there's proof of it.
It does. You know, there's 37 years of research studies behind this. This program is 37 years old. They began randomized controlled trials in 3 different cities. The first was in Elmira, New York. The second was in Memphis, Tennessee, and the third was in Denver, Colorado. So this is an evidence-based program, and we have steps that we go through. And it has proven outcomes. We see that there's, you know, the maternal pregnancy is healthier. We see an increase in the number of mothers that are working on education or they're seeking employment. We see, you know, increased school readiness with the children that are involved in the program. And we also see fewer childhood injuries. What we're seeing is not only a 2-generation cycle, so the mom and the baby and the family, but it also has a proven impact on the community.
Paula, that's
Well,
wonderful.
ladies, we want to say thank you so much for being on the show today, and best of luck to you. To learn more about the Nurse Family Partnership, you can call 724-9721 or log on to pima.gov/newmoms.
And stick around. The Morning Blend will be right back with a preview of tomorrow.